As you see, it's now Christmas, so there are the Christmas decoration, the mouse, the bird, and the usual chocobo. This one is a broken, fallen. It has a crack here. It's the fallen Oneplus X, which here crack. I plan to try the Sailfish OS porting if I think I can overcome the bad documentation. I will try a porting of this OnePlus into Sailfish. This is the usual setup from beginning you find on let's see, on got an Untitled device, no thanks. This is the typical starting of OnePlus. I used it in my Milanese transfer on November, October, and some to avoid the theft. And it's very nice, ergonomic with the Digression with very rugged side, but front rear, front in front, glass rear, glass in front. It's very slippery, so one time I placed it in a slightly inclinated surface and he slipped and fallen into the pavement. To the ground, fallen to the ground, skip, ok. Chiamiamolo, let's call Jolla-Device. Ok. The screen has a hidden, but it's perfect. The digitizer is perfectly broken. It's perfectly working. Not now. Protect. Pin. Ok, show notification content, don't no show, no, non show, poi Jolla next, again, Google service, I deactivate every Google stuff, plus, navigation control, show, no, not show software button, no, I prefer this OnePlus is better with the hidden, almost invisible button, which was a very nice Android feature lost in a newer device to have this sensitive pressure button. Do it up to wake is a feature of interesting. That's very interesting. The rest is not important. Setup complete. Your device is set up and ready to use. And this is the stock oxygen. I think it was called already oxygen. Oxygen UE, got it. Which, considering it was Android 6, is not a bad customization. It's very reactive. Reactive, and particularly the camera. The camera software on this OnePlus is interesting because there is the manual mode or pro mode with all the buttons here, and when you click ISO to change setting, you have this round, very nice round and UE compliant wheel. And it's very iconic, like in a reflex. It's very intuitive to use, and I hope that some Sailfish OS app, photography Sailfish OS app will copy this UI, because it's very, very interesting. auto. Questo è un fine tuning of exposition. Ecco, you can time exposure, ok, 1/150, ok, so you can shot and it's very pro. Of course, there is also the photo mode automatic, and there is this nice wheel. Okay, the UE is based on this round gesture when you set up the overexposure or underexposure of the shot, even in manual mode, in easy mode. Then there is the HQ, high quality setup, which does some sort of post process. Cioè, the device shot the photo and then he processed something. The HDR, which I tested, was not effective. Okay, and 14, 69. The time, it's a very straightforward UE. Very. I think Sailfish should copy this with 2 hands. This is the multitasking drawer, okay. So this there is a viable proven working porting of Sailfish on it, and it has very glossy rear. It's very elegant. It's a very elegant device and thin. It's thin. It's I think it's 7mm or less. Probably it's the thinnest smartphone. Okay. So you will see news. There is also a good 3-position button. Notification silent. Important notification. All notifications. So one other thing. The map of OSes, a drawing, a sort of mind map I was drawing to prepare a series of articles that will be out on early 2020 or the very end of this month. It's basically a map of mobile OSes from last decades. We start from MiGo. And there are all the main family domain and some little OS. On the left we have MiGo, stopping in 2012, basically in 2012. That MiGo end up in MiGo Harmattan, the Nokia 9, was bought by Microsoft and that shut down the N9 project. Nokia Lumia used the same chassis but failed. The market said no even to the later model, and now Windows Phone is officially died because Windows stopped the support. Harmattan, diciamo, a group of engineers and independents exit from Nokia and found Jolla, and we know all this in 2012, starting from 2012-2013, and create Sailfish OS. Sailfish OS is, even the base version, is a good daily drive. It can work. With the Sailfish OS license, there is more apps. You can install most of Android apps, basically the social app. And there is predictive, there is the exams, so it became a device at a pro level, starting pro level. Aurora OS probably is the Russian version. It's probably even a little more pro than Sailfish OS. I am not sure because in Europe Aurora OS is not available. Firefox OS was a very nice idea of an HTML based OS. but there was some issues on the technology, and it was dropped, I think, on 2015. Then the code generated KaiOS, cioè KaiOS is based on a modified version of Firefox OS for feature phone, KaiOS, which is a sort of daily drive for feature phone with another parameter. Tizen is in a certain way generated by Migo, so is son of Migo, but it was owned by Samsung, and now it's a sort of stopped. Then there are of course out there iOS and Android, and the Fuchsia, which is a sort of fake pseudo-Android new alternative version. This is the Galaxy based on AOSP of Android, operating systems which are based of Android code, maybe variation in the UE, or maybe without Google Play service. Cyanogen mode, it's big, actually stopped, I think, stopped in 2016. Generated lineage OS and E/E/, which is a variation, but I think lineage OS is the most big, the most affordable one, the most consistent. The new OS, in this 2019, new OSes are appeared. Post-market OS is promising, early and promising both. It's based on Alpine Linux and came from 2017. Linux 10-year life. It aims to a 10-year life cycle, but is not ready as a daily life. I put it there. It's placed. It's growing, but it's placed between dilettante level and promising community project. It's growing. There is also a Nemo, which is a variation of Sailfish. It's called like an alternative to Sailfish OS, but in reality it's a sort of UE tweak. It's a UE ambience of Sailfish. It's on process, and it's stated that it's a part-time project, so is not as a daily driver. Ubuntu Touch, it's growing, it's slowly becoming better, and on 2020 there will be some new interesting Ubuntu Touch device. The first probably will be the PinePhone. The PinePhone support even post-market and other anche in Sailfish. PureOS is an OS which is only on Librem devices, but is interesting because there is a convergence between the desktop, tablet and smartphone, diciamo, e smartphone, andiamo qua che meglio. And smartphone release. Here is PureOS. I put here as a promising project because I feel that it's fastly becoming affordable, and there is behind a company which is developing the hardware and the software, and this is important, as you see with Apple, but also with Jolla when was creating the Jolla 1 or the Jolla C. There was more quality. Let's see. BlackBerry OS, it came from 99, and in 2013 closed. It was business oriented, hardware, software. It's closed because of the concurrence of these two. There will be a pair of articles on Medium, or even on a new blog. What's this? This is another paper. These are the new devices 2020 with alternative privacy OS. 2020 will be a year where finally a lot of Linux devices will land the market. Actually, we are here. We have Jolla as a main alternative OS, apart Kaios, but it's a low level for feature phone. In 2020, the actual range is this: XA2, XA10, Xperia 10, Xperia 10 Plus, Gemini PDA. The Jolla-Devices have a price range between 220 euros during promotions or 340 euros. It's a low to mid price. The license is discounted to 39 euros. Jolla is static, is at a certain level, but his focus is on B2B clients. So he is there. He is not becoming bigger, not less. There are new competitor arriving, new device competitor, which has one. The first one is interesting. Is the Pine 64, the Pine phone. The Pine phone by Pine 64, an hardware which supports Sailfish OS, Postmarker and Ubuntu Touch for sure. It's only $149. It's only $149, which is few euros. It came on early 2020. If you order now, probably the device will come on January. And he's there. It's a sort of beta, but there is a community working on it. Then another is, I mentioned before, the Purism, the Librem 5 by Purism, which it cost $699. It's a high price. It feels an Apple price, but it should be a fully secure hardware with no knov. It's sure, it's focused on privacy, it's focused even on security, not only on privacy, but even on security. The OS is Pure OS. It's a version of Linux which run on tablet, PC and smartphone from Purism. I think this will be interesting to follow in 2020. I don't know if I will unbox or buy it. There is also the Nekun OS, which is already on the market. The Nekun OS is the company on Finland. The NE1. Basically, it's not really a phone because it hasn't a modem, and the information on the web is so mysterious. Probably is secure. More secure than the Librem 5, we don't know, but the price is very high, probably $1,000. It's not for the big, for the average and for the enthusiast user. There will be also there will be also a Librem 5 version for the USA, called USA version. The Librem 5 USA, which will use a component and supplier from USA only, internal suppliers. There will not be Huawei or Chinese Republic of China spyware inside, because they said that all are safe Trump. All the hardware is from USA. The price is right, $1,999. $999. More device, probably based on Ubuntu Touch in 2020, and this device late 2020, and this device could be the Volla phone. The Volla phone, device which is based on Gigaset, produced by Gigaset, Germany hardware manufacturer. And we will see how will work the second kickstart or the second campaign from Volla. So these are few devices, but if you think all these one are impacting on the partly impacting on Jolla market niche. Not the core Jolla, which is not hidden, but I think that some of the revenue, some of the selling of Jolla-Devices will be are impacting the Jolla market niche. I already noticed that the selling of Jolla-Device is impacted in this late 2019. Is a little impacted by probably the interest, the waiting for this device, and it may be that next year in 2020 the market share of Jolla, the selling of Jolla will drop a little because of probably mostly because of this, the Pine 64 with Ubuntu Touch or post market. I think that some user, the one focusing more on privacy, more on independence, probably they switch from Jolla 1 to Pine phone. Maybe with Sailfish OS, but probably with Ubuntu post market. I think that there will be many devices. And Merry Christmas by Giovanni from Jolla-Device.com.